Hi everyone, welcome to Heart Center Tarot. My name is Marina and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. So, lots of things have happened this week. It's gotten a little cooler here today. I actually had to grab a shawl. I had started recording earlier and had to stop because it was a little cool in here. So, it is the first day of fall, so I guess I can't complain too much. I'm sure we're going to have some lovely days ahead. And we have had a good summer, so there is that. Well, what's new here in Canada? We had an election that cost a good bit of money, that the outcome was exactly the same as it was before we had the election. So that was kind of a good deal of money that was spent unnecessarily. Think of all the kids that could have been fed with that money, all the lives that might have been improved a little. So the only thing that I think it did do, and of course, entertainment purposes only, as always, I think it did kind of rein Justin in a little bit. So, for those of you who have been under a rock the last little while and don't know who Justin is, well, Justin Trudeau is our Prime Minister and he was re-elected on Monday. So, as I said, I think what this has achieved is it has sort of let him know that um, while many people appreciate what he has done during the COVID crisis and the way that he has stepped up and has been able to make sure that people had funds so that, you know, we didn't become destitute like some of our fellow citizens south of the border. Um, it has, I think, taught him that it's necessary to work honestly with the other parties and that stomping your feet and saying I'm going to hold my breath until I pass out and until I get my way is not necessarily the way to do things. So hopefully that message got across. And lots of things happening south of the border, and I think lots of things are going to happen over the next little while. So, as I start this, let me say my little prayer, and if you are so inclined, you may say it with me. If this is not something that you're into, it's fine. Just, check your email. It'll take a minute. Anyway, deep breath in and out. I call on my guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters to protect me as I receive and deliver these messages from Universal Spirit. May this reading and the messages provided be guided by and delivered with love, clarity, and truth. Reveal to me what should be known now, and keep from me what should remain secret. Guide me to always manifest the highest possible good for myself, my spiritual family, and humanity at large. Amen. Okay, let us get started. So, let me see, what do I want to do? Let's do our messages from Spirit first. And I did pre-shuffle the cards. And as soon as I figure out how I had this set up so that you could see and shuffle the cards and lay them down. I will most definitely do that. In the meantime, what message, Spirit, do you have for us going forward? For the next week or so, what shall we concentrate on? Uh, ooh, very good. Fairy magic. Hmm. Sexuality. Confidence. Alrighty then. Hmm. Let me just take a little drink here. My mouth is a little dry. So, fairy magic. Look for the little signs of fairy magic as you're out and about, as you're, you know, going out for a walk and sort of communing with nature. And see the signs as summer turns into fall. And, I love to be able to look out the window and see the trees as they're changing color and and just to slowly know that things are progressing, right? We've been here before, we've had fall before, and we're going to have fall, and we're going to have winter, and we're going to have spring and summer, and there's sort of a renewal in every cycle that we go through. So, look at the magic that Mother Nature provides us with, and the the pleasures that we have in being outdoors. Um, One of the things that I really enjoy doing is going to the dog park. The energy at the dog park is just, I don't think that you could go to the dog park and have a bad day. Honestly, I think that the animals are friendly, they're loving, their energy is so vibrant and welcoming, and 99.999% of the owners are the same way, where they're friendly and outgoing, and they take joy in their pets, and they take joy in other people's pets. And it's always so nice to see little groups that are congregating in different spots, um, and it's funny how you know the name of the pet. You'll remember the name of the pet. You may forget the owner's name, but you'll always remember the name of the pet. And you're glad to see the dogs. And the dogs are glad to see you. And it's just such a wonderful energy to be in. And particularly the dog park that I go to, Sue Higgins, is it has a river that goes through it. It has little woods, and so I can walk down the path closest to the river. I can hear the river. I can hear the birds. I can look above me and see the the, the leaves in the trees, and listen to them rustle, and um, just sort of be at peace with nature. And particularly when the seasons change. That's kind of almost the best time. Every day is the best time at the park. But, when the seasons change and you could see um, the trees changing color and so on. So, look for the magic. Look for the magic. And let your mind wander. Let your eye wander. And maybe that rustle in the trees will be a little fairy. You never know. And sexuality. Sexuality is more than intimacy. And it's more than just male and female. It's a sharing of energy. There are many women who are um, who can put out sort of a masculine sexuality, and there are many men who can put out a feminine sexuality. Each one of them is absolutely beautiful, and sexuality it's where we start from. Something had to happen for us to actually get here. So sexuality is something to be honored, to be respected. It's something that is to be treasured. Um, it is a gift. It is a gift from spirit, and it should be treated as such, as a wonderful gift. And confidence. Confidence as we go forward. There are better days ahead. There are joyous days, abundant days. Um, we're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, pretty soon. And there will be lots to be thankful for. Um, and confidence is also standing in your own truth. Being um, it's easy to change your belief and your values too, depending on what group of people you're with. Confidence is being able to carry that truth with you no matter where you go. So that if you're in a group of people who agree with you, that's that's wonderful. That's validating. If you're in a group of people who don't agree with you, you can still confidently stand in your place, stand in your beliefs. You can share them freely. You can explain them. You can ask the other person about their beliefs and ask them to explain. One of the one of the people that I had the pleasure of working with, and it was for a very short period of time, um, was a fellow who was of the Muslim faith, and he was doing the fast, and this was not something that I was familiar with. So I asked him, "Why do you do that? Why do you fast from sunset to sundown and so on?" And we had the loveliest conversation about the the belief behind that, the story, the history behind that, what it meant to him personally, and it was an eye-opening conversation for me. Firstly, because I had obviously no idea what it was, but I also had no preconceived notions about what it was. I was curious, and he enlightened me, and it was wonderful. And he had some questions about the Catholic religion. I was raised Catholic, although I've been not practicing for many years. He was also interested in spirituality and sort of the road that I was on and what led me here and why I was on this road and so on. So I walked away from that thinking it was just a wonderful experience to be able to share ideas with someone who was different from me, um, without any judgment, without any hatred, without any I'm right, you're wrong, I need to prove my point, and in order to do that, I have to tear down your belief. It's what adults do, folks. That's how adults should behave, right? So, have confidence in your belief, stand in your belief, be willing to defend your belief. Don't be aggressive with your belief. So, look for the fairy magic. Enjoy your sexuality and face the day with confidence. So, I think that's a very nice message. I like that message. Okay. To the tarot cards, and as always, I am using the Art Nouveau tarot. And I've already pre-shuffled them, but I'm going to just kind of play with them a little bit. And just kind of ask a few questions that I had mentioned in my in the last video that I posted about Trump being a necessary evil. And I think he has fulfilled that job. And I think it's time to sort of face the music. And where better to start than at the top. So, what I want to know is, by the end of September, middle of October, will there be any indictments coming down from the U.S. DOJ? And who will they focus on first? Ooh, star. Something's coming to light in the deck. End of things. Four of coins. Being miserly. Four of swords. Quiet as a tomb. The Knight of Swords. Coming in fast and furious. So, yes, things are coming in fast and furious. Trump and the Trump Foundation are trying very hard to hold on to the few coins that they do have. And they know the end is here. It's just a matter of which one of them is going to face it first. I have my suspicions, and we'll see if the cards bear me out. But I do think that Ivanka is going to be the first one to go down. And I think it's going to have to do with with the inauguration committee. And I do think that she might take Melania down with her. So the star, what will be revealed? Yes, there are indictments coming, and I expect that over possibly the next week, the Trump family dynasty is going to be very, very quiet. Don't think they're going to have a whole lot to say, because each one of them is in their own little corner. And let me show you my little sign. Entertainment purposes only. Each one is going to be in their own little corner trying to figure out how to save themselves at the expense of the others. No one is going to walk out of this unscathed. So the prosecutors, they are coming in. They are coming in. They're not coming in as quickly as we would like them to. Now, let me just kind of remind everyone that the last thing that anyone wants is for this family to get off on a technicality, on something that wasn't checked, double checked, triple checked, and signed off by the Almighty. We want to make sure that when this goes to court, there will be no piece of paper, no contract, no communication, no graph, no picture, no story. There will be nothing that will be able to help them get out of this. And it has to be that way. And in order to do that, we have to be patient. I know, as I've said many times, patience. If I wanted patience, I'd have been a doctor. Well, there you go. So, I do think that indictments are coming. They are coming fast. And I do think Ivanka is going to be sort of first in line, right? You start off with the easiest ones to prove and indict, and then you go up the food chain. So I think it will get to Trump. Trump. Yeah. Well, okay, that too. Yeah. I just hope he lives long enough to see it. So, what about the boys? What about Donald Jr., or some readers have called them Sniffy? I think that fits. And Eric. Eric is usually referred to as the other one. So yeah, there's the princess, Sniffy, and the other one. What about the boys? Are they going to be indicted as well? Oh yes. Seven of Swords. The Thief in the Night. Okay. And this is the Page of Swords. Fighting. It wasn't me. Mm-hmm. The Hierophant. No. The Hermit. I wasn't even there when it happened. I was off meditating. Okay. The Queen of Swords. Ooh. Ace of Swords. That's truth. Truth coming down on them. Really coming down on them. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, okay. The World at the bottom of the deck. So, yes, they're coming. They're coming for them. And I think, two boys, Twiddledee, Twiddledum. And probably this is Don Jr., the thief who sneaks away in the night. This also reminds me of drug abuse, drug addiction, swords, needles, that sort of thing. And Eric trying so hard to defend against everything. And defending himself, I think Eric probably was the first one to turn and kind of point the finger at the other two. Yes, the Hermit. The Hermit is not necessarily a lonely figure. He is a reflective figure. He can illuminate his way while he can reflect on what he has done, what he's going to do, so on. And I think maybe, get into a good deal of introspection as well. And I think that's probably what Don Jr. and Eric are going through. I think that they are possibly going through some introspection. I hope they are. But I hope that they're going there to see ways that they can improve themselves, ways that they can redeem themselves, rather than what I suspect, which is, I have to reflect and I have to try to remember where I was when this happened and who was there, who was with me, so that I could point the finger at them. But, yeah, the Queen of Swords. She is just the truth. Give me the truth, nothing but the truth. And she will dig until she finds it. She demands it. She demands the truth. And the Ace of Swords, the truth. We have to know exactly what happened and how they did it for several reasons. Number one, we don't want it to happen again. Number two, you have to understand the full depth and breadth of what this family has done. Ways that they have grifted, stolen money. It's all about money with them. And we're going to see this as they start to turn on each other. There is no love lost there. It is every man, woman, and child for themselves, which is terribly unfortunate. Right? Look who they were raised by. So, with that having been said, I wonder how long it will take before we see Trump in the courthouse. And tarot cards aren't always very good um, for giving time, but let's see if maybe something comes out intuitively, and we can sort of take it from there. But I'd like to know, yeah, how long before we actually see and Trump in the courthouse. There he is, one side of the deck. He's just, yeah, Scrooge McDuck. Okay, are we going to see? Ooh. Queen of Cups. King of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So, what this tells me right off the bat is Donald Trump Sr. is living in a fantasy world. It's all about the delusion, illusion, don't look here, look over here. Hey, there's something shiny, go ahead, While he still continues with his grifting. And so I heard this evening, and I don't know if it's true. I suspect that it might be because I heard it from a fairly reliable source, that Trump is selling Trump Bitcoin. So they're starting out at 5 cents each, and you can buy them, and well, they're just going to get better and better and better, and it's going to be the best cryptocurrency in the history of cryptocurrency anywhere in the world. It will be the most valuable, the best, and just it will rise. Nobody ever will have been able to predict how successful this is going to be, except Donald himself. Yeah. There he is, contemplating all the money that he's going to make from selling Trump cryptocurrency. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I think he might very well, be able to raise a little money with that, because there are those who follow his every word and can't see the forest for the trees. And he is just a brilliant, brilliant businessman. It doesn't matter how many times he's gone bankrupt. It doesn't matter that he bankrupted a casino, which is basically a permit to make money. It doesn't matter. He's a self-made man. He only started out with $1 million or $2 million, and look what he's built since then. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, the Queen of Cups, the emotional queen who's got some, she still has things that are kind of hidden in that cup, right? Most of the time the cups are opened. hers is the only one that's closed. She's got things in there that maybe she doesn't want you to see. But she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. And the King of Pentacles, the money man, the guy who, this is who Trump wants to be. This is who he has believed all his life he is. And that's why I say he's delusional. He really, truly is delusional. And the Knight of Wands, you know, he's busy thinking of ideas, you know. If the Bitcoin doesn't work, then I don't know, maybe we'll sell flags. And if that doesn't work, you know, maybe we can make some money on selling marigolds, whatever. So, yes, I think that Trump is we are going to see him in court. And I want to say within 7 months. And the reason that I say that is because of these two cards. Both of them are sevens, right? Seven of cups, 7 of pentacles. So I think within 7 months. Now, that having been said, let me take a look and ask about his health. Because it's almost, it would be disappointing if we get to the end of this and he doesn't face justice because he may have transitioned, or you know, he may be so mentally unstable that it just wouldn't make any difference to bring him to court. So let's take a look. How is his health? Okay, well, he's in regular touch with his doctors. Yeah, he's being looked after. Ooh, a little bit of worry there about something. Look, there he is again. King of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. And 6 of Cups. Return to childhood, return to happier days. 6 of Wands. Swords, sorry. 6 of Swords. Going away. In the old tarot, the 6 of Swords card was sort of like crossing the, let me get that glare up, crossing the river Styx. So, entertainment purposes only. I do not wish any sort of harm to come to this man, because I do want him to face justice. So I think there is worry about his health. There is worry about his emotional state. and sort of the looking at the past, longing for the past, um, living in the past. And yeah, I think that there are health issues, and I think that they are of the sort of the mental health. I think is failing him. Um, Sorry, I just want to take a look at something. Yeah, Fool, Lovers, the Sun, three major arcana cards, one right after another. I think Donald is, um, I think he's going to go into a depression, and I wouldn't be surprised um, if he is going to start to believe that he's married to wife number one, Ivana. Okay, I don't like that energy, so we're just gonna leave it. Okay. So this is probably the longest video that I've done, but that's okay. And hey, it's Wednesday. It's midweek. What a surprise! So I am. I'm going to leave it there, and I'll get this uploaded, and hopefully I'll have a few more things to read on over the next couple days. And I also want to let you know that it's, for the time being, it's a little difficult um, for me to sort of plan a schedule. And the reason that is I'm very much guided um, by what Spirit gives me. And I have found that if I try um, to record a video, um, sort of hoping that Spirit will come in, they're not very good. They're not very insightful. They're not um, sort of on point. And the messages that I get are kind of garbled and don't make sense. So I think that if I'm guided by Spirit, and if I post a video when I know that they're there and encouraging me, um, I think that that is doing something for my own highest good, your highest good. And then I think things will increase. They'll grow sort of naturally and organically. So that having been said, I hope that I'm going to see you soon. If you found any benefit, if you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And more than that, tell your friends. tell your friends. I would love to be able um, to do readings on a more consistent and regular basis with you. So, until next time, until we're able to get together again, until we're able to play in my playground, take care, be good, and I love you. Bye now.